Okay children, let's continue. We have seen that when Amelia Slater brought that clock, she felt it's good, and she always liked that, she always wanted that. So she immediately grabbed that and came down. When Victoria saw that, she said, immediately she says that it's grandpa's clock, it is not ours. Mrs. Slater says, be quiet, it's our now. Come Henry, lift your end. She said, be quiet, it is now, it is ours. Don't talk like that. So she wanted Victoria just to keep quiet. She should not take that word that it is grandpa's clock. So somehow she made Victoria to quiet. Even she is afraid of her mother. So she says, then immediately she says, Henry, to lift your end. That means if you remember, they are shifting the bureau, they are getting ready. So she tells him to just lift your part. Henry and Mrs. Slater, very hot and flushed, stagger in with a pretty old-fashioned bureau containing a locked desk. They put it where the chest of drawers was and straighten the ornaments, etc. There is a knock at the door. The knocking is repeated. So here, meantime, what happens in the story, it is narrated to us. So when she says to lift, they took that up, and they with that, as it is, it's all kind of furniture. So normally nowadays, whatever the furnitures we get, it's lightweight, little bit. Still, even to lift that, we feel heavy. So that what happened, hot and flush means where we feel hot and we get sweatings and all that. So that is called hot and flush, they are tired. So stagger in, that means they walk unsteadily. When you lift something heavily, how you walk? Do you walk easily, or you have to move in a very careful manner? And even when it is very heavy, you unsteady, you can't see the things, and your steps are very not counted or properly mannered, so unsteadily. So they are walking unsteadily, and with a pretty, they carry down with a pretty old, means a much old-fashioned bureau. So the desk, what they were talking about, is a very old-fashioned. In the olden days, people used to make things which are really very beautiful. You like with all the works and all. It's very rare we see, because they used to make them, order them and make it. So it was also a very good piece of the writing desk what they bought it, and which has a desk which was locked. The desk was locked. It is very important. Why it is mentioned that the desk was locked? Let's see. Okay, so remember, the bureau what they brought down was locked desk. Was having desk which was locked. So they put in where the chest of drawers was. So if you remember, Amelia shifted this chest of drawers to father's room, and the same place she wanted this bureau, so that Elizabeth did not get confused with this. So she just replaced it with the old shabby drawers what she had, and she straightening, means arranged those ornaments, all the decorative items what were there, upon that they arranged it properly. Okay, there is a knock. Meantime, when they were doing all this, there was a knock. Knock, you understand? Knock at the door. That means someone is at the door. The knocking is repeated. So repeatedly they were going on calling. Victoria ushers in Ben and Mrs. Jordan. Children, underline the word ushers in, means to bring it. So she brought in whom? Victoria went and opened the door. She brought in whom? Mrs. Ben and Mrs. Jordan. Ben and Mrs. Jordan here. So here we are going to see Ben and who? Elizabeth Jordan. Yes children, now the introduction of the character Ben and Elizabeth. Elizabeth is the younger sister. Sister to whom? To Amelia. Okay, and a second daughter, your younger daughter. To Albemarle. Yes, sorry. Okay, so Ben, son-in-law, so husband. Ben is Elizabeth's husband. Who? Ben. Okay, children, so here we are going to see, only till now we have seen our only three characters, Amelia, Amelia Slater, her husband Henry Slater, and the cute little daughter of both of them are Victoria. Okay, so now the new character already known about Ben and Elizabeth, who is the younger sister of Amelia and also the second daughter of Abel Mary. Okay, and Ben is her husband. Okay, so Victoria brings her inside the room. The latter is stout, complacent woman with an irritating air of being always right. So here, children, the latter is, if you see here, used the latter is a stout, complacent woman. The introduction given, we'll go, what is the introduction, we'll see. But if you go for the sentence, what does the sentence, the latter, if you see the latter and the later, what is the difference, children? Do you find it's both same, or the spelling only change, or anything? Anything, do you know? If you're in the class, I could have asked you. Now nothing, you might have known. So just for your information, I would like to say here, the latter we use when we are mentioning two persons. Among two persons or two things, when we mention, the latter is always the second in that. So you are saying, so here if you see, take example of this sentence, Victoria ushers in Ben and Mrs. Jordan. Ben and Mrs. Jordan ushers in, she brings the latter. So who is the latter here? The first used here is Ben, second use is Mrs. Jordan. So who is latter here? Latter is the second person, none other than our Elizabeth, or Mrs. Jordan is the latter. Understand, children? You may get idea who about they are speaking, because they are saying stout, complacent woman. So among these both, obviously who is the woman here? Elizabeth or Mrs. Jordan. Yes. So here when we use the latter when not only in persons but also in books, when you say there were two books, my friend showed me two books, in that the latter I liked most, or I liked more. If you say, that means the second option, the second book what he showed you, you liked it more. Okay, that means the latter means. So how to use in a normal sentence, you must know. The latter means the second option when you are speaking about two. Always when you speak in a sentence, when you use the latter word, that is meant for the what you call as the second person or second option. Always you can use in the latter. So here, children, in this way we learn new vocabularies, how we can use in our day-to-day language of English. So in that way what happens? Our language improves a bit. Yes or no? So what do you understand by later? After some time, later. If your mother asks, are you going to have your lunch now? No, little bit later, that is called later, aftermath. After. So here the latter, the spelling, see only a single T difference. Okay, the latter, here later. So here the latter means to Mrs. Elizabeth Jordan. Okay, children. So I just explained you so that you can use in your language and you can get understand of better, so that when you are using two things, two persons, when you speak of the second option, then you can use the latter. That means the second option you are talking about. It is understood though you don't take the name or the thing's name over there. Okay. So the latter is a stout, complacent woman with an irritating air of being always right. Always we got the introduction about Elizabeth Jordan, how she is a little fat, healthy person. Complacent means self-satisfied. whatever she has achieved, always she is happy that I have done the best, I am the best. And she is a woman with an irritating air of being always right, always I am correct, always that. She believes in that, and you can see how it will be very irritating. Okay, we will continue this in our next video, children.